Hello, greetings, and just hellos to all my very, very favorite friends and fellow sharpeners. I am so very pleased to be coming to you to announce the success that I have been having and taking place over the last few months with the introduction and announcement of my new AST plates. These guys here. I will be at the end of this presentation, including the video that started all of this. And for all of you that missed it, this video will do far more in explaining all the details of these awesome plates than me explaining it here and now. This video here that I want to do is really to thank so many of you that have been making a cutting edge investment in your business by purchasing my AST plates and moving your sharpening into the end product of the next level of precision that allows you to give back to your customers the absolute highest level of sharpening technology that's currently available. And I am very, 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 very pleased to announce that I just received confirmation that my next shipment of these plates are on the way. When I did this the first time on Sharpeners Chat several months ago, that shipment only lasted about 5 hours, and all the plates they sold very quickly, and they're all gone. Those of you that might be interested in actually purchasing some of these abrasive plates, I would encourage you not to delay. I have a feeling they're going to sell pretty fast as they did before. But as I had mentioned in my original video when I originally posted it, this video is also on YouTube, but I said beware. And rightly so, because as with everything I seem to come out with, it's only a short time before the copycats start to emerge. And lo and behold, oh yeah, sure enough, the hot item now is CBN plates. Nobody knows anything about them, but everybody's selling them. But anyway, this is not here to bash those, because I respect people that want to sell things. And I understand that people are always going to be focusing on whoever's on top, and they're going to be structuring all of their sales tactics based on what's the current hot item. And this happens to be. So what I want to do in this video is go over a few purchasing safeguards, and let me take you through this process and arm you with some very important information that you, the consumer, will have some credible information that will allow you to ask educated questions to make an informed decision prior to making a purchase of these plates. Because there's a lot of money involved here, and you want to get the very best for your money. So, with that being said, hard surface abrasives, or HSAs, this also includes some common CBN wheels. Some of you may or may not know these are not designed to do scissors. They're made for industrial machining applications. I was a machinist for very many years, and I understand, and I've been using these for quite some time. So they're no stranger for me. And CBN wheels, the original purpose for them is for grinding various metals, manufacturing, shaping, polishing. Camshafts are done with them, crankshafts are done with them, all kinds of stuff is done with them. But they're not designed for doing scissors. So the machines using CBN plates operate using a very high loads and pressures and are being flooded with a lot of machining fluids. So when trying to do scissors with these types of wheels, there's going to be a multitude of problems that you may encounter as the user. And some of these that you'll commonly experience will be because of you're not using the same pressure values as these machines and are not being used by sharpeners doing scissor blades, okay? This is why it took so long to develop the exact blend of abrasives that would work perfectly for this industry. So I did not invent the CBN wheel by any stretch of the imagination. Some have said that I said this, but I don't ever recall it. But anyway, what I did do is I played a very large part in the R&D the research and development of my AST plates by working directly with a very well-respected abrasives company in Japan. And what I want to do is let you know what sets my plates apart from all the others that are out there, off-the-shelf type CBN wheels, is that my AST plates are not sitting in a warehouse somewhere in China waiting to be put in a box, okay? Or waiting to go to the next order to be filled, because they're just sitting on a shelf, they're pre-made, and they're just waiting to be sold by the next person taking an order. No. My plates are very specific and very special blend of abrasives that have a very unique composition that works perfectly for the scissor industry. All of my plates have a composition certification. They look like this, okay? I've got tons of these certifications because I got a lot of wheels, and each one of these wheels comes with a composition certification that gives an exact breakdown of each individual plate. And see, a lot of testing went into the development of these AST plates. So what the consumer receives is an awesome HSA or hard surface abrasive plate that was developed through my specific requirements and needs. So when you purchase one of my plates, this is what you get. You get a perfectly balanced plate for one, and it will fit your machine exactly. This means that I take extra steps so that each plate custom fits your machine exactly. And what that means is it doesn't just fit a 3/16 hole or a 3/8 hole or a 1/2 inch hole. No, I take extra measures so that it actually fits your machine, not just the center pin, but your machine exactly. It's easy on, it's easy off. It's just like changing sandpaper. Very simple. It's a perfect abrasive that cuts clean with absolutely no load up whatsoever. CBNs are very common. If they're not used correctly, they have a tendency to load up. My plates don't load up whatsoever. Also, the grit range that I have is completely from 240 all the way to 4,000. That means that I've got 240, 320, 500, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, and 4,000. So you have a very broad range of abrasives there, so you can pretty much do anything that you really want. And I'll have some subsequent videos explaining how to get specific grind patterns and scratch patterns out of each individual plate so that you can custom really do what you want to do. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do with this. But one thing that I do want to mention is convexing doesn't happen with HSAs. I'm working on something and developing something where it's a pretty good possibility that that's possible. But with these specific plates that I've got here and others that are being sold, I know I've seen some videos that are a bit misleading and can take you down the wrong path because these types of wheels are not designed to do any type of outside convexing whatsoever. You'll be very unhappy with the results, contrary to what you've been told. But anyway, I'm not focusing on what other people are doing in videos. What I want to do is focus on where I'm going here. But the next thing is servicing on all of your plates. If ever your plate ever needs to be reconciled, or if it has a chip in it, or stuff happens in life, right? So when that happens, send your plate to me, and I actually have been sent from the factory the exact tooling that they use for actually making these plates. So I can duplicate this in my shop to bring all of the plates exactly back to factory specifications if necessary. But just think about it for a minute. The freedom that you would now have of doing all your flat bevels, whether it be on a straight scissor, a curve, or whatever. But being able to do every one of your scissors except for outside convexing, we're talking about flat bevels here, but being able to do those with no sandpaper. You don't ever have to change sandpaper again. And the beauty of that is you get the exact, you get, it's almost like using a new piece of sandpaper every single time. You know how that is. And when you do your first couple of sharpenings, that's great. Then the sandpaper starts to fall off. So you're going from sharp to dull, sharp to dull. And that never happens again. You don't ever have to change sandpaper. You're always getting the same abrasive value 100% of the time, all the time, with extreme accuracy. So breaking away from sandpaper altogether can be very, 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 very liberating. And getting the perfect edge every time is almost unheard of until now. But I encourage you to think about the freedom that you would have actually never having to buy sandpaper again. So don't wait until your competition gets these plates. And also, I wanted to mention that this is one of the reasons you're probably not going to see a lot of feedback from a lot of those that are buying these from me. And I respect that, because many of my buyers don't want to alert their competition as to how they're actually getting such a perfect edge performance out of their sharpening. Just something to think about. But there are some people that if you contact me, I would be more than happy to connect you with so that you can talk to them and ask them what kind of performance they're getting out of the plates that they bought from me. But I want to really just end this video and thank you all very much in advance for your consideration of buying my plates. And make sure that you watch the video at the end of this. I'll be putting a link up there. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call me directly at 704-400-6079. Or you can send me a private message on Messenger. I'll probably not be answering any technical questions on this thread, simply because I don't want to educate my competition by answering a bunch of stuff on here. I hope you understand that. I think it would be far better for those of you that are interested in these plates. Instead of posting any questions on this thread, just direct all your questions to me by a private message or calling me directly. But thanks again, everybody, and all you guys and girls out there. Be safe in this COVID crazy world we're living in. And remember, a copycat is only a cheap imitation, and it will never, never, never be a substitute for the original. So thanks again. Peace out, and I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.